Hello and welcome to your Uplift Yoga Friday yoga class. Today's practice is going to be a juicy flow practice in honor of the springtime, starting to wake up our bodies, wake up our minds, maybe things that have been a little dormant. We're gonna bring those up to the surface. So I invite you to go ahead and start out in a comfortable seat, either Sukhasana like so, or any other seated position that works for you. And we'll just take a moment to ground and get settled, become present. Once you arrive in your seated posture, allow the eyes to either gently close or find a soft gaze somewhere down in front of you. And feel that presence of the body resting on the earth. Feel the weight of the body being hugged in by gravity, the length of the spine, the lifting of the crown of the head up toward the sky, and the shoulders releasing down the back. Just notice the physical body. Notice how you feel. Notice any places of pain, strain, illness, or injury, and resolve to take care of your physical body as you move through your practice today. Just mindfully acknowledging whatever is present. Acknowledging the mental state. Noticing where the thoughts have been today, the state of mind. Rushing into the future, ruminating on the past. Focused, distracted, whatever the mental state, just note and observe. Recognizing that everything is always changing. And check in with the mood or emotional state. Notice how you're feeling this Friday, midday. Here in Minnesota, it is very cloudy and rainy today. We had a little thunderstorm last night, which was pretty exciting because we haven't had that in a while. So just noticing what might be affecting your mood today and what the state of the mental or the emotional state is today. And then checking in with your energetic state. And this is that more subtle sort of slight vibration you might feel in your body or beyond your body. Just notice, do you feel lethargic? Do you feel agitated? Do you feel calm? Noticing the energetic state. Are there places that feel strong or weak energetically? And so we'll just take a moment here to set our intention for our practice. And today's intention for me is to wake up and find some lubrication in the joints. Anything that's been a little creaky and dormant, my intention is to wake up. So setting your own intention, bring your awareness to your breath. Even inhale and exhale through the nose, feeling the breath filling you up from the top down. Exhaling from bottom up, feeling the navel move in as you exhale. And find that smooth wheel of breath. Settling into your yoga practice, letting go of anything outside your practice for the next several moments. And we'll gently transition into a child's pose. So we're going to start our child's pose with our arms alongside the legs and forehead down. Resting your hips on your heels and allowing the chest to release down toward the earth. And I like this invitation to child's pose, which I'm going to read from the Heart Yoga book. Let your forehead relax, letting your thoughts pour like water onto the earth. The skin of your face drops from the bones, and your eyes, jaw, and tongue soften and release. In the humility, reverence, and surrender of child's pose, we open ourselves completely to all of creation. So allowing the heart to release down toward the earth, arriving in the present moment, and just feeling this vibrant stillness. And the breath is flowing, and you can feel the breath in the back, maybe in the belly. And we'll just From this stillness, start to reach the arms forward, stretching like an animal stretching to wake up. Planting the hands, and on your next inhale, we'll come up to all fours, lengthen, spread the collarbones, gaze straight ahead. And as you exhale, dropping back, hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead down. Apanasana. So flowing with the breath, coming up on the inhale, lengthening, dropping back on the exhale. Maybe you can hear that whisper sound, that Ujjayi pranayama, with every inhale and every exhale. Establishing your own rhythm of breath. A couple more. And then after this next one, we'll meet up in all fours. Press down into the hands. Feel that opening front and back of the upper chest. And we'll just reach the right leg back, pressing into the heel and breathing here. If you want, you can roll that ankle around a little. One more breath. And bring that knee down and extend the right. Rolling that out if you like. Release that down. One breath here, and then curl toes under. Press back to downward facing dog. Lengthening through the spine. We're going to flow from plank to down dog. So inhaling to plank. Exhaling back to down dog. Rocking back and forth. Flowing with your breath. And the next time you move to down dog, we'll stay here for one whole breath. And then inhale back to the plank and stay here for one whole breath. Exhale back to down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to plank. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to plank. Exhale. Inhale. And one more like that. One breath in down dog, reaching the tail up away from the head. Spreading the space between shoulder blades. Inhaling back to plank and staying for one breath. And now we'll drop to knees. And we'll come back to our tabletop position. And this time, cat and cow. So dropping the belly, lifting the chest on the inhale. Exhale, see the belly round the spine. Flowing with the breath. Smooth and even inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Really waking up all the vertebra in the neck. So finding as much movement as you can in the neck as you look up on the inhale and down on the exhale. And the next inhale, we'll stay here in the cow for a couple breaths. Drop the belly a little more. Open through the collarbones a little more, maybe gaze up just a little more. And then we'll do the same thing in cat, pressing into the ground, lifting the spine up and tuck the chin down, see the belly, breathing here. And then back to neutral spine. And from here, we're gonna come up onto the knees, and I'm gonna turn this way so that you can see better, but you can stay where you are if you want. And we'll take the right leg out to the side. So that foot is down on the floor. And this is gate pose. So left arm comes up, right leg is out. We're just going to reach that left arm high, creating space and opening in the rib cage. Maybe twisting just a little bit to your left so that the chest is kind of moving in the direction of the ceiling. And then we're going to slide that right hand down the leg, and that left arm kind of comes across the ceiling toward that right side. Looking up and breathing here. So come to your comfortable edge. So you're not feeling pain or strain, but you are feeling a nice opening through that left side of the rib cage. A few more breaths. And then on an exhale, we'll come back up and we'll switch sides. So right knee down, left foot out. Getting aligned here. Reach that right arm up, find length. Open up through the chest. Maybe turn a little bit to your right. And then that left hand comes down the left leg. Looking up, breathing here, coming to your comfortable edge here. Keeping that smooth wheel of breath and reaching those right fingertips up and out. One more breath. And then coming back. All right, so now we're going to bring the arms up on the inhale. And as you exhale, open the arms wide and twist to your left, twisting at the navel, looking over that left hand. Inhale, arms up. You can look up if you like. Exhale, twist to the right. So finding your juicy flow here. Inhale up and exhale, open. Feeling the navel move in on every exhale, helping the breath out. And then the next time you go to the right, that will be the last one. And then we'll release down into that child's pose again, arms at your sides, forehead down, chest onto the thighs, let the shoulders roll down, couple breaths here. And then we'll gently roll up onto seated on the knees, hands on the knees. So for today, for this little energizing practice, we're going to infuse a little bit of Kapalabhati in the middle of our practice. And this is the forceful exhale out the nose with mouth closed. And you feel the navel move in to help the breath out. And you do that maybe about 2 breaths a second. So it's like, so go ahead and exhale forcefully out the nose. The inhale will happen naturally. And continue that for a few more seconds. And then let it go. Come back to normal breath. Just close the eyes and notice the effects that had on your energetic state. This is called skull shining breath. So you might feel a little bit of energy moving into the head. This kind of oxygenates the brain a little bit. So supposedly good for headaches. So we'll do that one more round. When you're ready, forcefully exhale out the nose. And then release it, come back to normal breath. And now curl the toes under and see if you can roll back onto the feet, bringing hands to heart center. And then coming back down onto the knees. So we're just going to do that a few times. Roll up and come down. Roll up and come down. And then this time we'll stay. So we're on the toes, hands at heart, and breathing. One more breath. And now come all the way up to standing. Bring the hands up through center. You can come back down onto the heels here. Get nice and big and open the arms and sweep the arms around. And then we'll come back down onto the toes at the end of that. So we're going to flow through that a few times. Inhale, get up, get big, take up space. Exhale, come down. So it's like growing and expanding and then contracting and coming back down. And it's a little test of the balance, little test of the flexibility of the feet, the legs, little strength in the feet and calves. Smooth out the breath, maybe focus your gaze on a non-moving point. And then we'll stay here for 3 breaths. And then grow all the way up and come to standing, hands at heart. Lift the toes, spread them wide, place them back down. Tadasana, Samastitihi with hands together. And now we'll flow through a little bit of a vinyasa. So inhale, arms float up, gaze up. Exhale, hands through heart, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, we'll come into downward facing dog. Feeling that length in the spine. Space between the shoulder blades, root down through hands and feet, feeling strength in the arms and legs. Smooth wheel of breath. Slowly bring the right leg high. Bend the knee. Knee points toward the ceiling, maybe looking under the left arm to see the foot. Couple breaths. Now straighten the leg up. Slowly start to bring the knee toward the forehead. Exhale. And then place that foot down by the hands. Plant the back heel, and we'll come up into a warrior one. And this one, we're going to bring the hands together overhead. So we're in our warrior one, rooting down into the outside edge of that left foot, right angle bend in the right knee. Hands are together overhead, get nice and tall. Exhale, tilt forward. Inhale, tilt all the way back, as far as is comfortable. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. 2 more like that. And then after your next inhale back, we'll stay in that back bend, rooting down through the feet, lifting through the chest, even breath, maybe gazing up at the ceiling. Try not to collapse into the lower back, but create space by lifting the heart a little more. 1 more breath. And then tilt forward, reaching through the crown and the fingertips, staying rooted in the feet. Even breath here, back of the neck long. 1 more breath. We'll come back upright. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to plank. And we'll slowly lower down to the belly, taking about 3 breaths. Inhale to cobra, lengthen. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Couple breaths. Finding length in the spine, and when you're ready, lift that left leg. Bend the knee, point it toward the ceiling, open the hips. Maybe look under right arm to see the foot. Couple breaths here. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, bring the knee toward the forehead and then step the foot up. Plant the right foot, warrior one. Bringing the arms overhead again. palms together. Exhale, tilt forward. Inhale, come back. Finding that back bend. Flowing with your breath. A couple more. And then we'll stay in that back bend, reaching and lifting, staying grounded through the lower half of the body, expanding the heart up. And then tilting forward, reaching through fingertips and crown. Even breath. One more breath here, and we'll come back up. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to plank and slowly lower down for a count of 3. Inhale, up dog, or sorry, cobra, or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Couple breaths. Look up between the hands. Exhale, step the feet up, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Couple breaths here. Rooting down through the feet, lift the arches, let the breath sort of smooth out if it got a little rough there. Drop the chin, exhale. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. And exhale back to plank. This time we're going to lower halfway down. You can do this from toes or knees, staying here in this chaturanga for just a couple breaths. And then inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Then we'll bring the right leg high. Exhale, bring it up toward the forehead and then plant that foot. Up between the hands. Back foot comes down. We're going to set up for warrior 2 this time. So heel to arch alignment. Torso straight up and down, reaching out in opposite directions. Looking over that right hand. Finding steadiness and ease here in your warrior 2. And similar to what we did in that warrior 1, we're going to inhale, reverse. Exhale, kind of an extended side angle. So we're just going to flow between those two, keeping the bottom half of the body just how it is and flowing the upper half of the body in a way that feels good for you. Bring as much movement as you like here. Sway the arms, sway the head and neck, make it flowing. And then next time we come back, we'll stay for 3. And then we'll come forward into our extended side angle and stay for 3. And then back up to warrior 2. Straighten that leg. We'll move into a triangle here just to kind of give the legs a little break. So spiraling the thighs toward each other. Right arm shifts out, left hip back, tilting into your triangle. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Couple breaths, feeling length in both sides of the torso. And then next exhale, we'll plant the hands, step back to plank. Again, lowering either all the way down or halfway down. Couple breaths. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down. Smoothing out the breath here again if it got a little rough. When you're ready, left leg high. Bring the knee in toward the head and then step that foot up. Warrior two on this side. Finding your heel to arch alignment, dropping down into that left knee, looking over left hand. And again, like we did on the other side, inhale back and exhale forward. Finding your flow. Keeping the lower half of the body steady and stable, finding movement and flexibility in the upper half. And then on your next inhale, we'll stay here for 3 breaths in reverse warrior. And then 3 breaths in your extended side angle, whatever that looks like today. And then eventually back to warrior two and straighten that front leg. Setting up for a triangle on this side. Reaching the left hand forward and tilt. Looking up and down. Lengthening through both sides of the torso. Couple more breaths. And then cartwheel the hands down. Step back to plank. 3 breaths to lower all the way down. And then just turn the head to one side, bring arms at your side, palms up. Let the ankles roll out. Allow everything to release here, but stay with that even breath. Turn the head to the other side. And now tuck the hands under the shoulders and press all the way back to child's pose once again. This one you can either have arms outstretched or alongside your body. Palms up. Allow the head to release, the shoulders to release, the hips, the chest. Again, softening the muscles of the whole body, releasing into the earth. A couple more breaths there. And then if your hands are by your side, bring them out front and then curl toes back to down dog. Look up between the hands, step the feet up, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Drop the chin. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plank. Lower all the way or halfway down. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Right leg high. Exhale, step the foot up to the hands. And staying on the toes of the back foot. So we're in this low lunge. I'm going to bring the hands up to heart center. Pressing into that left heel so that leg is straight. Right angle bend in the right knee. And bring the arms up. And we're going to bring the hands to heart as we drop down to left knee. And then arms up as we straighten the leg. So exhale down. Inhale up. I'm just flowing with your breath. And then next time we come down, we'll stay here for a couple breaths. You can even bring hands to the floor on either side of that right foot. Feeling that opening through the right hip flexor. Couple more breaths here. And now straighten that front leg as you shift the weight back. And let the head come down toward the extended leg. Couple breaths here. And we'll gently roll back forward, plant the hands, come back to our downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, bring that foot up to the hands. Coming into our lunge here, staying on the ball of the right foot, hands to heart. And now arms up. And mirroring what we did on the other side. Exhale, dropping to right knee as hands come to heart center. Inhale, extending up. And one more like that, and we'll meet with knee on the floor. And then hands can come to either side of that left foot. Couple of breaths here, dropping the left hip down, opening up through the hip flexor there. And then straighten the left leg, walk the hands back, head comes down. And then when you're ready, we'll roll back forward, plant the hands back to down dog. Look up through the hands, step the feet up, forward fold. Half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Last vinyasa. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back to plank. Lower, halfway or all the way. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Right leg comes high. Exhale, step that foot up. Keep that left foot planted on the floor this time. Setting up again for our warrior one stance, only this time our arms are out like a T. And we inhale, find a back bend, open the arms, and exhale, sweep the arms toward each other. Inhale back and exhale forward. Finding that flow. And then next time you go back, stay, lift the heart, ground through the feet. Reach the fingertips away from each other. One more breath. Exhale, tilt forward, reaching the hands forward, almost like you can feel a ball between the hands here. Feeling that energy, staying grounded into the outside edge of that left foot. One more breath. And then back to neutral. And we'll bring the arms down, take a breath, and come back to our plank. One more time, lower down, up dog or cobra, down dog, left leg high, step that foot up, warrior one on this side with arms out, finding steadiness in the lower half of the body, rooting into the outside edge of right foot, and flowing through this. Inhale back, exhale forward. One more like that. And then we'll stay in that little back bend, arms open, lift the heart. And then exhale forward, feeling that imaginary ball between the hands, rooting into the feet. And then back to neutral. Release arms. One breath here. Plant the hands. And this time we're going to step back to down dog. And then bring the forearms down. So this is like the dolphin pose here. So we're going to come down to knees in our dolphin, and then we're going to straighten the legs. So just flowing between knees down, legs straight. And as you straighten the legs, press down into the forearms, pressing the chest toward the thighs. And then next time we'll stay in that dolphin for 3 breaths. And then release back to knees. Drop hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead down. Arms alongside the body, palms up. Releasing everything into the earth once again for that child's pose. Just a couple more breaths in child's pose. Walk the hands forward. Come up to all fours. Curl toes under, down dog. Walk hands back to feet. And then roll up to standing. You're going to step the feet wide. Fairly wide stance here. Arms out like a T. Inhale here. Lift the chest. Put a little bend in the knees. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Fold. One more like that, and then we'll stay in that forward fold. Breathing here. Walk the hands over as far to the right as you can without bending the knees. See if you can even keep the thighs spiraling toward each other and rooting down through the feet. So bringing the hands over to that right side, you can bring your torso over too. Grounding through the feet, breathing here. Navel moving in with every exhale. One more breath. Then walk hands to the other side, same thing. As far as you can go without bending the knees too much, and then spiraling the thighs toward each other. Even breath. One more breath here. Hands back to center, half lift, inhale. Now kind of inch your feet in a little more, coming so that you can come into a squat. So drop the hips, hands to heart, coming into the squat. And from squat, we're going to release onto the back. Coming onto the back, give the knees a little hug. Maybe take a moment here to reconnect with the breath if it got a little lost in that transition. And now extend your right leg long onto the mat, heel down, arms at your sides, palms down, left leg extends straight up toward the ceiling. Flatten the lower back into the earth. And as you exhale, we'll bring that left leg down and right leg up. Inhale, opposite. We'll continue like that with the breath. One leg is always up, one leg is always heel on the floor, keeping the lower back attached to the earth. And then next time right leg comes up and left leg comes down, we'll stay here for a moment. See if you can lift that left heel just a couple inches off the floor. Press into both heels and flatten the back onto the earth. Breathing here. Maybe you can lift your hands a couple inches from the floor. Breathing here. If it becomes too much, you can bring the hands back down or even the heel back down. If it feels like you're doing okay, you might want to bring the head up too. So we're hovering our left foot, our hands, and our head, pressing into both heels. A couple more breaths. Release the hands if they're up, release the head, and then switch legs. We'll start with that right heel down, arms at your side, palms down, left heel pressing up. And then we'll start slowly by flattening the lower back down, lifting the right heel just a couple inches, breathing, checking with the breath and see how it feels. Maybe lift the hands if it still feels smooth and even breath. Maybe lift the head, seeing that foot. Wherever you are, even breath. Flattening the lower back into the earth, a couple more breaths here. Release the hands and the head. Bring that right leg back up and then give both knees a little hug. Massage out the lower back. We'll rock up and down the spine a few times and we'll come into our Navasana, boat pose. So hands behind knees, chest open, gaze straight ahead. Just resting there between sits bones and tailbone, that little triangle of space that you can balance on. If you want, you can bring the arms away from the knees or you can straighten the legs. Find movement if you want. Wherever you are, a few more breaths. And then we'll slowly lower all the way down onto the back. Give the knees another hug. We'll roll all the way to the right side, stacking knees and ankles. Extend your arms out from the shoulders, palms together. And then we'll open up that left arm, finding a twist in the upper spine, looking over that left hand as it comes around. Open here for a couple breaths. And we'll bring that arm all the way back, palms together again. We'll gently roll to the other side. Knees stacked, feet stacked, arms extending out from shoulder. And open that right arm up. Looking at that hand as it comes around and breathing here. One more breath here. And we'll bring that arm back. Give the knees a hug, come onto the back, squeeze it all in, nice tight little ball like you're that seed that's been planted all winter. And you're ready to emerge. And when you're ready, release into your Shavasana. Arms and legs extended. Once you arrive in your comfortable Shavasana, you might want something under the knees, under the neck, maybe even an eye pillow, whatever feels appropriate for you today. Once you arrive there, a nice long exhale, sigh out. Feel the weight of the earth beneath you. Feel any muscular effort letting go, any control of the breath letting go. Just allow yourself to be in this Shavasana, and I'm going to play a little singing bowl for you as you release the crown of the head, the forehead. Feel the eyes releasing down into their sockets. Soften the temples, cheeks, the nose, the mouth. Unclench the teeth. Let the tongue flatten onto the bottom of the mouth. Soften the jaw, the base of the throat, the back of the neck, upper chest, upper back, shoulders. Feel your armpits releasing down toward the earth, softening all the little muscles in the hands, the fingers, upper arms, lower arms. The arms are heavy, releasing. Feel that softening moving down through the rib cage, softening all the little muscles around the rib cage. Front, back, sides. Feeling the release of any tension in the lower back. Soften the belly, pelvis, hips, buttocks. Releasing any effort in the legs, upper legs, lower legs, knees, ankles, feet. resting here in relaxed awareness, feeling the effects of your yoga practice, this joyful flow, awakening something within you, something physical, something mental, something emotional, something energetic, something that may have been lying dormant for a while, inviting it to come back to life. And as you gently wake up, the fingers, the toes, find some gentle movements there in the smaller joints and muscles, eventually moving to the larger joints, the hands, wrists, ankles, legs, and then finding a nice long full body stretch. When you're ready, give the knees a hug. Take your time, eventually moving back to a comfortable seat. We'll meet back up for our pranayama practice. So once you come back to your dignified posture, feeling the earth beneath you and sky above you, and the spine as a conduit between the energy of earth and sky, we'll bring our hands into our Nadi Shodhana mudra. So using the ring finger on the left nostril, thumb on the right, either first two fingers at third eye center or tucked into the hand. And we'll exhale all the air out. Close off the left nostril and inhale right. The top of the inhale, switch and exhale left. Close off left as you inhale right. And exhale left. And continuing like that, where you're inhaling through the right and exhaling out the left. This is Surya Bhedana. So this is an energizing breath. Moving the air in through the yang side of the body, the right side. Releasing it out the yin side. One more round like that. Then release the hand down and just rest. Feeling awareness of the energetic state. Noticing the effects of your practice on your energetic body. Any difference between when you started your practice and now? Notice where you feel that energetic vibration most strongly in your body. Feel that strong energy spreading out into the rest of the body from that place where you feel it the strongest. Waking up the whole energetic body. Feel the emotional self, noticing your mood. How are you feeling now emotionally after your practice? Maybe there's a word you can put to it, or just a feeling that you can rest in emotionally. And then notice the thoughts, the mental state. Notice if the mind is calmer, more directable, more focused. Notice the physical body, any places that feel like they've gotten a little more energy, a little more waking up. And as we rest here, feeling the entire energetic awakening, I'll read to you a little passage from the Bhagavad Gita. And this is from Krishna, the living divine, telling us, I am the taste of water. I am the light of the sun and the moon. I am the original fragrance of the earth. I am the heat and fire. I am the life of all that lives. Of lights, I am the radiant sun. Among stars, I am the moon. Of bodies of water, I am the ocean. Of immovable things, I am the Himalayas. Of trees, I am the banyan tree. Of weapons, I am the thunderbolt. Among beasts, I am the lion. Of purifiers, I am the wind. Of fishes, I am the shark. Of flowing rivers, I am the Ganges. Of seasons, I am flower-bearing spring. Of secret things, I am silence. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. And feeling yourself as all of that energy, Krishna as the divine, us as the divine. Take a moment here in that resplendent, divine energy that you've created and that you are always creating. We'll close our practice with an inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Acknowledging the divine mystery in everyone and everything, especially yourself. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.